RJ, what up? Welcome to the stream. Let me pop. Actually, I don't even need to pop up the chat. That's fine. Yeah, Nintendo did what? Exactly. All right, I see Dash's cam. I'll go ahead and just swap over to the chatting scene, and everything should start popping up here shortly. Damn. There's a dash. There's a dash on my screen.
Lucky.
Well, you want to wait and have your big face reveal, so.
Does that mean I can't creep on the video play through like watch you guys?
Oh yeah, I got you. I got you, fam. I got you. So I'll do this in the Discord, share screen, and I'll just do this one. Boom. That work for you?
Hold on, it's loaded. Oh yeah, that's a lot better for me at least.
Yeah. And then
Oh, there he is.
Yep, he just popped up.
Yeah, sorry.
There we go.
I had to go land real quick.
Right.
Well, yeah, I need Shadow's woman to make me my PNGs.
True.
Figure that stuff out.
True. We'll have to put you in contact with her. We shall make that happen, good sir. All right. So we got the Video Ninja up. We got the YouTube up. That's all good. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to run the intro video. So you know what? Chat, give us 2 seconds. I'm going to run the intro video real quick. No, it's the wrong screen. There we go. All right, and we're here. So what up, everybody? My name's Clown. I am joined with my fellow co-host for the Pause My Game podcast, the only podcast where we come through to pause our game, chat with you, talk about things that are coming up.
Except for right now.
Except for right now. Well, yeah, of course. Well, because Shadow.
My game is not paused.
He's
fighting a boss.
He's fighting a boss.
Listen, dude. Hey, you know what, Dash? I gotta show the same thing. You motherfucker, Shadow. How dare you not pause your game? This is the game where we pause.
It will be paused when I'm done
You're fine, good.
fighting this boss.
You're good.
Yeah, back off. He's doing research right now.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm seeing if Ark is worth it again, okay?
I'll accept that. I will accept that.
So I can get back to my game too?
Oh, wow. No, Dash. That's a no. That was a 10-4 no.
I was a yes, no.
Maybe.
I heard a maybe in there, honestly.
Maybe. So what up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Let me get the notes pulled up real quick. That way I can post the notes to them so they can see. Control C.
While we're waiting, guys, I almost died yesterday.
What? How did you almost die?
I got a drink from Starbucks because I took it to my lady. One for her, and the one I got ended up having coconut oil in it.
Oh,
and,
I thought you were gonna say she almost clapped your cheeks, dude.
I fucking wish, bro. That would have been more favorable than what I got.
That would have been the way to die, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, so
like a real man.
Right, exactly. All right, Control C. I can then hide this one, and then I just need to do this edit, and then this will go into the podcast playlist. We hit no on that, and then in the description, we'll just go episode 10. And that's fine.
Guess what?
Perfect. You beat the boss?
I beat him.
All right. Sweetness. All right. I did post the notes for you guys, and yeah, without further ado, let's start getting into this. So Welcome to the Pause My Game podcast. We do this every Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Eventually, the times may be changing, so make sure you guys are staying up to date. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, follow, wherever you're watching from. How's everyone doing today? Besides Hammer almost dying yesterday, so like the weekend before he survived a blizzard, this weekend he survived coconut oil. What are you planning to do next weekend, Hammer?
Stay tuned, and you will
Stay
find out
To be continued.
on the next episode of Hammer Ball Z.
That's pretty much how it is. I'll let you know. My life's in constant danger. I might as well be in Australia right now.
Right, dude. That's good. That's good. Shadow, how about you?
Fantastic. Just working. Hopefully, I may get a raise this coming week. You don't know. I don't know. May happen. We'll see.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Dash.
I've been doing good. Just like I haven't streamed in like the past week and a half. Just haven't been feeling the greatest. Panic attacks, vertigo. For those of you that don't know, I've been diagnosed with congestive heart failure, and if I drink coffee, I end up having these little panic attacks. So I drink a little bit of coffee in hopes that I could keep up with my son, and that did not happen.
You could just try drinking decaf, so the caffeine's not messing with you.
Well, it was more of a sense of me trying to figure out like how much coffee to drink versus not drink. But I'm kind of like steering away from coffee now. But like vertigo was hitting me really bad yesterday. Then my mom, she has a pacemaker and stuff too, and we had to take her to the hospital for the same things as I was having. So it's been a roller coaster this past week and a half. So I'm hoping I could probably get a stream in like probably after this, or hopefully tomorrow. We will see.
Yeah, I definitely want to see about trying to do a couple streams this week. Things are starting to progress and making things happen. I don't know if I'm going to be continuing on doing the morning streams. Shadow, have you still been doing the morning streams?
I did it Wednesday. I did one stream this week.
Okay.
I was busy Friday. Monday, I don't know. I was tired. I went back to bed.
Hey,
I will be streaming in the morning though.
No worries. Yeah, I'll be trying to see if I can start pulling some of those off. I might be able to. It might just be like starting at a little bit later time, like after I get Junior off to school, because the wife will be awake. I might be able to stream for like an hour or two, at least get something up and figure it out. We'll just plan it as it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The Radical Red series update. So I got to get the next 2 episodes edited and upload. I'll be working on that this week. Should have episode up Tuesday, and I may do it back to back, or we might just leave the final episode for Friday. What do you think, Hammer? You tell me what you want to do. Should we do 2 Tuesday or 1 Tuesday, 1 Friday?
On Tuesday, 1 Friday. So you're not scrambling for something on Friday.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't scramble for something for Friday because we're just gonna have to plan something out. But yeah, I'm not gonna give away the details, but the series did end, and we'll leave it at that. So, yeah. Yeah, so for the Pokemon Shield playthrough, I definitely want to continue that. That's hence why I said I might be trying to stream in the mornings. I got to figure out how that's all going to work out with my whole new schedule change and whatnot. So, but it should still be in the works, still enjoying that. So I ran into an issue with it, and that was because I wanted to run a really unique set for taking on the fire gym leader, Kabu, but he's the 3rd gym leader, and I can't get Rain Dance. And I need Rain Dance to be able to pull it off. I would have won on my first try had I had Rain Dance. So, is that CJ? Tell CJ I said hi.
CJ, he says hi.
They say hi.
Hi.
Hey, we all say
Says
hi.
They all said hi.
So
don't leave us out, damn it.
Nintendo Direct. Hammer did send me something on it. I watched his and I watched another one. I was checking out that stuff. Did anybody else check out anything about the Nintendo Direct?
No.
Sadly, no, I didn't get a chance to really do a whole lot with health stuff.
Yeah, no worries.
Don't sound too choked up over there.
Right?
He doesn't do his homework. He just shows up.
True. So
Pretty much.
Bingo.
well, luckily, so it'll be better for the next episode because we get 2 Nintendo Directs this time around, because this first Nintendo Direct that they did was mainly specifically about the first Switch, and then the next one's going to be about the Switch 2 specifically. Hi, Amber. That for everybody that's tuning in, that's Shadow's future wife.
Yep, just kidding.
We were wondering we were going to pop in. Amber, Hammer wants to get in touch with you to work on some PNGs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, I like how Clown's talking like he knew this direct happened. I'm the one who told him. He's like, no, we didn't have one. I was like, yes, we did, and sent it to him.
Yeah, he said you were correct. You were correct. All I knew was that there was one April 2nd. This was a surprise direct. You were correct.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker. Disguise, motherfucker. So,
Surprise, motherfucker.
So I checked a little.
Surprise, motherfucker.
The first direct wasn't too big. There wasn't like a super lot in there. They did show the new Metroid Prime. That looks pretty good. But the stuff I was mainly looking at was like some of the new features that are going to be coming to the Switch, and then Pokemon Legends ZA, which I'm still excited for, still holding some reserve, but what they're showing looks good, and especially with this whole new day-night cycle, I think that's going to be crazy. So, Shadow and Hammer, if you remember the wild areas where you go to catch Pokemon, during the nighttime, it becomes a battle arena. And so you can go in there and fight trainers, and it works off a ranking system that goes from Z to A. And you apparently one of the new mechanics is that you can catch them off guard because their Pokemon will be standing out with them, and you could sneak attack them. So you could sneak attack their Pokemon.
Pools, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. He can message me on. He can message me on Instagram. What's he wanting for his PNG tuber? That's actually perfect because he actually wants a PNG tuber. That actually works out perfectly.
She's saying, yeah, message her what he wants.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Hammer, you got
that Shadow. Yeah.
Okay.
I got the proper channel Shadow.
Yeah, I got you. Well, it is his wife, you know.
It is. Yeah, it's. Hey,
she's gonna charge extra for that, just so you're aware.
I'm okay with that. I paid my money.
Just to see the look on your face.
Every time you say that, like he squints his eyes.
He gets so mad.
Because wait till I start getting messages, and she's gonna be like, "These motherfuckers."
He does the look.
I don't even know what's going on. I'm just dogpiling, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
but it's all in good fun. I love you guys. It's
hey, next week you never know. I might be stabbed.
True.
You won't be sad next week.
Well, no, he will, because he will have had to, go through some near-death experiences.
Yeah, I'm gonna get stabbed or something. A meteor's gonna hit my front lawn or something. I don't know.
All right, so I'll go ahead and let you guys know. So one of the things that they are announcing is digital cartridges, which I think is a major game changer for Nintendo. So basically, the idea is that if you have two Switches, as long as it's on your Switch Online, you can share a game to anybody in your family network, so to speak. So my son has a Switch Lite. I can basically go, hey, you want to play Pokemon Violet? And I can send the game to his Switch, and he can play the game for a maximum of 14 days, and then it will be sent back. So he doesn't have to buy the game. So he has full access to the game. It's an actual cartridge, but digital. I think that's crazy. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, now it gives you can even do like a try it before you buy it kind of thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends to me because if it's either gonna be like that or I'm wondering if it's okay. So I'm on Clown's plan or whatever. He sends it over to me. I can play it 2 weeks. Oh, I need it again. He has to resend it over to me. Does that mean my save state stuff is still there, or is it restarting every 2 weeks? You have to restart every 2 weeks.
No.
Your save data should technically be on your own thing. So
yeah, because your save data will be on the cloud. So like normally, like you have too many games, you can delete them off. So by like having them as cartridges, you can basically access them. So it would actually free up space technically on your console too, because you could be blending out the cartridges, so to speak. Until they do more of like allowing you to like share with friends, which I think that should definitely be a major feature that goes live sooner rather than later. Being able to share with your friends is going to be like a big thing.
Well, see, that's what I was going to ask. Like, is it a one-time thing, or can you resend it over again?
Yeah, the only thing is that the switches have to be next to each other.
Okay.
So they'd have to be physically next to each other. So you're not gonna be able to just send it.
Yeah, so you just can't send me a cartridge.
I wouldn't be able to send you a digital cartridge. At that point,
like I was saying, it reminds me of Zune.
yeah,
Like back in the day, how you would hey man, you need to check out this song, and then you transfer the song over, and they get to listen to it for like a period of like so many days.
yeah.
That's like that. I'm showing my age with the Zune.
Well, good. So we already know it's been a major success.
Well, so at the end of the day, it's at least it's innovation. You know, that's at least trying something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's something new. I haven't heard that before. And considering where digital games are, it adds some more validity to getting digital games, being able to lend them out. It'd be better if you could set the time. So like, oh, I'm gonna let you borrow this. You can have it for 30 days. But the question is too, is like, if I lend it out to you, can I still play it while you have it lent? Because if I can't, then that's not the best either.
Well,
So
Yeah, like kind of. It's kind of like, would it be like how like Steam does game sharing? Like, if I share a game with you, we both can't play it at the same time. Only one
Yeah.
person can play it at one time.
So, yeah, I my hope is that it pushes Sony and Microsoft to do more things like that and make game sharing better, because why not? I mean, why not bring it to the digital age, so to speak? So, yeah, Legend ZA, dude, the day and night cycle. What are you thinking about this, Hammer, with a day and night cycle and the nighttime being like a full specific to battles? I know you're not super hyped with the battle system, but give me your thoughts.
should be interesting. I mean, so is that just saying that you can't go in there and catch though while it's nighttime? Because if you're blocking off catching just daytime only, that's kind of weird.
No, I think you'll still be able to. I think you'll still be able to catch at nighttime, but it's going to be a heavier emphasis on the battling mechanic.
Gotcha.
Because there'll probably
mean-
still be mons that you can only catch at like night and whatnot, kind of like what they did with Legends Arceus.
Well, I'm kind of looking forward to it because I want to just jump a mofo that's just minding his own business.
Yeah,
How
just
the
run up.
tables have turned.
Yeah,
Me just walking through a forest. So I saw you. So now we got a battle. Now it's my turn, motherfucker.
dude. Actually, you know what? This will be the first game where you get to do that to them. That's actually kind of lit.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Come here and whoop your ass, boy.
You got some liberal sissy. This is some soft hands, boy.
So they have like all the overpowered mons, and they just walk up and just wipe the floor with you.
See how
Yeah,
much
true.
mana you got? I got a Garchomp mofo.
Well, yeah, because they're gonna have a ranking system, so I wonder like that. So like, what Z is gonna be like level 5 Pokemon, and then like rank A is gonna be all 100s. Like, that's gonna be crazy too. Like, how's the ranking system gonna work? Like, what levels are you gonna be going up against? But what I did see from the gameplay, it's looking pretty crispy. So, so next set notes, thoughts on the Switch 2. Not a super lot. Mainly I'm picking it up, and I need to see this next Nintendo Direct, which will be April 2nd. I'm hoping they
Still not
have-
buying it. I already have one Switch, good enough for me.
I mean, I understand.
I have a Switch that's like right in here somewhere. I want to say that is just we can't plug it in because my son grabs it and like, oh, I can play it on this, and then he messes with it and messes up stuff, and it's like, dude,
Right.
Mine
Chill
sits
out.
there unless I'm playing Pokemon.
The main reason why I wanted to get it was depending on like the actual next generation of like Pokemon and whatnot. So we'll have to see like what the announcements are going to be. So not a super lot of notes on it. I know I'm going to be picking it up. Hammer, are you going to be trying to pick up Switch too?
Yeah, my Switch is from like year 1, so
So that's
I'm ready
that's
for an upgrade.
yeah, I feel that. So the next couple notes is some of the stuff that Dash was inputting on. So apparently they have announced Fallout 5. It is confirmed after Elder Scrolls 6, but it sounds like that's still going to be what 20 years.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I was
Mhm.
I was reading about it. I was telling you some of the comments, and usually that's where I go now. Like every time I see somebody announce something, I'm like, all right, what are the comments on this? And one person said that it's gonna be it's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a reenactment game of an event that already happened by the time Fallout 5 comes out. One person saw we are gonna be living in Fallout 5 when Fallout 5 comes out. I was like, they're not wrong. I do have a thing here from Games Radar where Todd Howard says that making these games takes a good 3 to 5 year ish to conceive, and then it goes into like making the game. And it's like I could see that because I remember Skyrim, when they announced Skyrim, that was like groundbreaking for that time, and what they put into the game, how they made that game. And then now look at Skyrim is like, it's almost like they're golden
It's like-
goose. Every time you turn around, it's like, here's another revamped Skyrim, another
Skyrim clone.
upgrade Skyrim. You know, it's like, dude, like,
Right.
you're
When did Skyrim come out?
2013, I bet. I'm calling it.
you're calling it. Let me see.
That was like 2011 or some shit.
I want to say like 2012. Nah, but actually, you know what? It's probably like 2013, 2014, because the wife was playing it while she was in the
Ooh.
military. Hammer's right.
2011.
Yeah, what's up?
God, I'm not a bigger dork than Shadow. Damn it.
You're welcome.
You see, when Skyrim came out, I was playing Oblivion.
Yeah.
Like I was heavily into Oblivion, heavy into Fallout.
So the
But they said that Fallout 5 is definitely like coming out, but not anytime after
but the
Elder
thing
Scrolls 6.
the thing I was gonna put a damper on was the fact that Todd Howard's like, it takes like 3 to 5 years, and Skyrim came out in 2011, and we're what, 14 years past that, and it's the Elder Scrolls is still not coming out for a year or
Well,
two.
I think what they mean by the games that come out, because in between Skyrim and in between Fallout 3 and Fallout 3, then Skyrim came out, and then Skyrim changed their gaming engine, and then Fallout 4 came out.
Well, we did
with
have
the
Elder
gaming
Scrolls
engine, and then
online.
and then
too.
the whole time they announced that they were working on the space game that they have.
Yeah, what's it
Starfield?
called? Starfield.
Yeah.
Starfield. They were working on Starfield that whole time,
Yeah.
and that's essential. If you look at the game engine, it kind of resembles a little bit of the engine they use for Fallout 4, but it looks a lot like I'm gonna say it like Fallout 3 modeling, so to speak. To me, anyways, when I'm playing it, I'm like, the models, they don't look as like crisp as like, or roughed up as like Skyrim. But I get it. Skyrim is supposed to be like Nordic time, things like that. But I think he means by the games that are coming out, because like was it Starfield was the latest game that came out. Then they announced Elder Scrolls 6, and they're saying that because we're what, 2025. They said that it may not come out maybe in 2026, because we're in 2025. Yeah, 2026.
It's most likely
maybe.
coming out 2027.
And it's like yeah, then we might not see Fallout 5 for like, I mean, we'll probably be on season 3 of the series before Fallout 5 comes out.
Oh, that'd be crazy. People will not be
It would
happy
be in
about that.
season 4 of Pause My Game before we get Fallout.
Dude, right? That's crazy to think about. No, dude, actually, let's talk about that, dude. Starfield, man. That game is a pretty game. I really wanted to play that game. You know how long I played that game for?
20 minutes.
5 seconds.
Dude, oh my god, Hammer. Dude, Hammer's on point right now. Yeah, I played it for 20 minutes. The game was great, dude. It looked really beautiful. I wanted to experience more of it, but the problem is that I can't play with fucking friends. And then here's the other
Yeah.
thing too. When they announced and they showed a lot of the stuff, I was like, dude, this looks so good. This looks like Destiny done Fallout style, like in that Bethesda style. I was like, dude, this looks so good. And then when they announced it's a single player game and you can't play with friends, I was like, what's the point? Like, I could just go play No Man's Sky, and it's literally the same game.
I was
and I
gonna
can
ask,
play
we
with
should
friends.
play No Man's Sky then.
Yeah, exactly. You literally the same thing. You can travel all these planets. You can build ships. You can take ships. You can do all the same shit that you can do in Starfield. You can do in No Man's Sky. So where's the innovation?
Yes.
I think that's where they mess up a lot with games like that. Like I think what was it? Bethesda was Fallout 76 was like the first game that came out that was like multiplayer, like you could play with friends, and then you know it
I'm pretty sure
had a
Elder-
rough start.
The Elder Scrolls Online come out before 76.
Yeah, way before. It came out in
Did-
2015.
Yeah,
It did, but like Elder Scrolls, even though it's under Bethesda didn't like. Was it there? What was that whole thing that they're not like the actual like creators? It's kind of like how they did with Fallout New Vegas.
they're partnered
Gotcha.
publishers.
Yeah, no, it's like Fallout 76 was like the first game that they worked on, that they like made.
Right.
And yeah, ZeniMax Online is the developer behind Elder Scrolls Online, which is still a
I
subsidiary.
like
of
ESO. I just
Bethesda.
want someone to play it with. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, don't even get me started. My wife kind of screwed that.
Dude, I feel like it's the main complication of a lot of games. It's like, dude, this game's so great. The only problem is that I have all my friends that want to play with me, and we can't play this game together. So, like, I think there needs to be a more emphasis on playing together and not just like, because like, look at Anthem and what was it? What's the other one? Outriders.
I mean, Anthem was so fucking good. It had so
Anthem
much
was
fucking
garbage.
potential.
What was that, Hammer?
Anthem's garbage. You couldn't even pay me to play that game. I feel pissed. I'm pissed off still that I spent $15 on that game. I feel like I still got robbed.
I wanted to try it because I was on that same boat too, Amber, and then I downloaded it on PC and I was playing it, and I was like, this game is actually kind of good. I mean, in my opinion, I actually liked it more than
Outriders.
what's that other game that came out? That people were saying that it's going to be a Destiny killer too.
Outriders.
Yeah, Outriders. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually liked Anthem better than Outriders.
Dude,
Me and Spoon were playing Anthem together for a hot while, and then it just dropped off. It just died. Like, it was fun.
No, like I played Anthem. I remember watching the E3 preview of Anthem. I was like, oh god, this game
I was
looks
excited
really good.
for that one.
Like that one looked really good, and like it played really good too. The biggest problem was that there was just like games are kind of finite now. Like I think Hammer was really touching on something really specific there, and it's just like, what is the innovation here? I mean, because Anthem and Outriders, both decently good games, decent storylines too. But at the end of the day, like once you get to the end and you get all the gear, it's like, what do I do now?
I think it's the whole grindy aspect of games nowadays.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I'm sorry, Hammer?
I was going to argue not just what you were saying, the grindy aspects, but for me, A, the world just felt empty, lifeless when I played it. B, why would I want another grindy game when at the time, and then following that, I was grinding Destiny, so I can only have so much time, so why would I invest in the game where I thought was more lifeless than even Destiny? I didn't like, I just didn't play right when I was playing it. I didn't feel like it was optimized when I played it on my Xbox. Like, I was like, Destiny's just an overall better package and better game, and I already got more time invested into it than I do this game, so.
Yeah, and I think one of the things specifically is that like either if the game's going to be grindy, give us something to grind for and like have like not necessarily achievements, but things to achieve within the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the end game of Destiny is supposed to be like, hey, you've gotten through the story, you got all this gear, now it's time to go take on raids, and they keep adding raids and dungeons and 3-man activities, 6-man activities, like those adding those things, it freshens up and gives us something new to chase. But one of the things that kind of like think about this too, like in D1 versus D2, like in D1, if you didn't do the raid, you couldn't be max level. I don't know if anybody here knows about the Forever 29.
Yep.
Forever 29. That didn't happen to me.
I never heard that one.
Forever 29. So like you had to do the raids if you wanted it to be end game, so you had to make it work. You couldn't just sidestep. So like with like where Destiny 2 is now, it's like making things more casual can be bad, but also good at the same time. Like, yeah, we want everybody to be able to do it and whatnot as well, but you should still like just because everybody can do it doesn't mean you don't try. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there still needs to be an investment. So like in D1, you actually not only had to seek out a team or build a team, you actually also had to work together too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like,
go ahead.
well, to say like when it comes to the whole grindy thing aspect of games, I think what kind of turned me off, like Destiny 2, I believe it was when they started the seasons, and I think was it the first season, the season of the Gunslinger.
Oh yeah,
And
God. Oh yeah,
that you had to come in weekly and do stuff. If you missed that week, it was gone. Like, you couldn't go back and redo them. And I remember the season of the Gunslinger, that season specifically was like, I missed a lot because of, like, at the time I was working like religiously, and I remember I missed a lot of that. And I was like, see, now we're getting into aspect of like these grindy games are basically trying to turn into like a second job. And this is before I even started streaming, and that's what kind of turned me off with it. And then that's when I heard that Anthem was kind of like the same thing. It's another grindy game, like kind of like a looter shooter kind of thing. And I was like, okay, in my eyes, it's like, okay, a lot of these grindy looter shooter style games that they came out as the first of their kind, and now other people are trying to copy that formula. I mean, come on, though, let's get battle royale games in general. They're all trying to capture the whole thing. Fallout 76 did the same thing with the overseer thing, where like the radiation came in on a circle.
And
it was
they
like,
had their own battle royale variant. I remember.
And it was like everyone's trying to copy and paste this whole aspect of grindy without like what Hammer was saying. Like you and Hammer were saying, like, no innovation. There was no grab. You know, like this is gonna be something I want to do. And then, like, for instance, like, I don't know how Arc is. So I was talking to Shadow about Arc because I downloaded it. I want to try it out, see how it runs, see how it plays out. But like how I always go back to Once Human. How Once Human is a grindy game, but then it wipes, and then you just gather the resources all over again.
But you don't.
It's the same thing. You know, it wipes, and you have to start all over.
Not unless you do PvE. If you do PvE, then you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, well, PvE is like, that's a different animal.
Right.
Right. I kind of like the aspect of games like that do a wipe thing. I heard Rust does that too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it puts everybody back to like ground zero. You don't feel overwhelmed by other people that are playing the game that are like of that aspect. I kind of like how like Division 2 is doing it. Division 2 is basically doing what Destiny's doing. It's continuing you just keep going and going and going.
Let me hit you with the double-edged sword. I mean, Diablo had been doing that for a while and it was working, but right now in Diablo 4 it just doesn't feel good at all right now.
Back, it always comes back.
Diablo, that game. Here's my problem with those Diablo games. I remember one time I got on Diablo 3, I bought from a vendor, armor and stuff from this vendor, and it was a primal, but it was a set gear piece for my character that I needed. And I was like, I told my buddy Demon, I go, hey, can you get gear set primals from this, like this shop person? And he goes, yeah, but it's like a 0.001%. And I was like, yeah, check out my chest piece. I just bought this off of her. Like, it was just like random. My thing is, like, with like Diablo, you can't get those pieces back. Like, those pieces, once they become like obsolete, they're obsolete. But
not even that, but once a new season rolls in, like that was like part of the problem with Diablo 3 is because of the way they introduce seasons. So when a new season rolls around, it basically just went from what class is going to be the top class this season, because they're going to nerf this build because it's exceeding expectations. So we nerf that one down, bring another one up. Now this one's overperforming, and it just like, and that's the same thing that's going on in Diablo 4 right now. It's like, oh, what's going to be the best one this season?
Mm-hmm.
Last season it was Necros.
But that's what I was like saying, like a lot of grindy games that that like for it's like once you have the blueprint for your gear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you can get gear to drop, but like you have blueprint for your gear. Like like you could craft it. As we're
Yes.
like Diablo, like you lose it, you lose it.
Yeah. So when
You
you
know,
roll, so
You'd
when
have to get it first
so when you roll
before
into,
you can even fucking lose it.
yeah, so once you roll into a fresh wipe on one's human, you can just go craft that weapon again as long as you got the resources. And for the most part, you don't lose your resources, is what you were telling me, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, the blueprints in your mods, you keep
You
your
don't lose
resources. Your character starts down to 1 with no resources or anything. So you have to go cut. It's kind of like art. Go cut trees, mine rock,
There
and then you can build stuff.
But you still have your blueprints, so you don't lose that. I believe.
Yeah, and then blueprints those never go away of all your gear and weapons and stuff. And
Okay.
then Anthem, like playing Anthem for a bit, I was like, I like this game. It's I think it's more because it's my first time ever playing it. I'm late to the game, but it was like different.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
But then Outrider, it gave me Outrider feels like how I felt with Outriders. Like this is different too, but I mean, I don't see myself. Hey man, I got to get on Anthem. I gotta grind. I don't see myself doing that.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I think that's why like all overall like Borderlands is much better in that aspect because like it's not a super grindy game. Go in, farm for a little bit, have some fun. There are some super rare things that you can farm for, like very specific weapons that roll with very specific parts on them, but it's not like I have to dedicate my entire fucking life to it. If I don't spend 12 hours on the game this week, it's not a detriment to me. Whereas like Destiny and all these other games, so like if you miss time, it's a detriment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what was it? Izunagi for a while there.
Oh, is it not
like before
burden? God, no.
before they put them into that place where you could get them.
Yeah, the catalyst.
Like,
You had to go farm in the fucking raid for it into get all the lenses.
If you missed the whole thing of trying to even get the Izunagi in the first place, like you weren't gonna get it.
What
like,
is it? What's the raid shotgun? The exotic, the one from the Leviathan.
Oh,
It's your favorite.
I know what you're talking about. It's like it's
I forget the name of it. Yeah.
I was on the last step for it to get it finished, and I didn't get it before the season swapped, and then it took the quest from me, so I couldn't finish it. So I still don't have that fucking shotgun, even though I had the quest and I was working on trying to get it done. And it's just like, that's so stupid, dude. Like I was so close to having it, and I couldn't use it.
What's dumb is that I got the shotgun, and I didn't finish the quest for the catalyst. And I was with you.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing a gambit. Like just mess around with gambit. And I got the catalyst to drop in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it drops in that?
Mm-hmm.
And you're, I guess so, if you got it. And I was like, well, okay, that's odd. And that's what I was using for my hunter for a long time.
I mean, but at the end of the day, I prefer Fourth Horseman anyway. So I feel like it's just overall better shotgun, but I understand why everybody liked that one as well too. So, yeah. Games, fucking the grindiness it's just not as fun. I mean, I'm excited, like I said, for the new Borderlands game. I feel like that's gonna be fun. So I was telling you, Shadow, that me and Dash jumped in there and we were talking to Bloodfart, and I was just like, dude, let's see she's like Diablo, and I'm like, yeah, PTR sucked ass. That was dumb. That was
It's terrible.
That was a hot mess. I like it could have been cool, but I was just like, I'm not doing this because like I had to sit there and just really look at it. Like
I didn't really even play. I didn't even get my character fully set up, even with spawning everything in.
Yeah, it's just like imagine you're playing the PTR and you spend more time trying to get the right pieces still. And
yeah, that's exactly what the hell I did.
And then I was like, hey, watch this. Let me pop fucking 100 mythic caches and watch this. I got only 2 or 3 items that were above a 1 star. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like 1 star is just too common. Like I feel like Greater Affix is kind of ruin it now. And when you compare it to like other games, so like Division 2 had that problem towards the beginning, but they fixed it. because they allowed you to add proficiencies to guns. So if you had 2
Mhm.
max stats on a weapon, even if it was an exotic, you could roll up the other stats to max it finally. So like, I'm okay with not getting a perfect piece if I can increase my attributes on it. Like, that's why me and you were talking about it. We should be able to roll greater affixes on it. If I can roll a greater affix on it, it's not too big of a deal. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care if I got to spend some materials. Okay, I have a bazillion fucking materials. I've been killing the boss 100 times.
That's an understatement.
Me and you did what? We did 4 days,
Yeah.
4 days of farming bosses.
Yep.
Pulled between me and you, maybe 4 mythics. And was it Silex? Silex pulled what?
Silex
30?
over here pulling like fucking 12 of them.
It pulled like 30. Get the fuck
You
out
know,
of here.
my whole thing with Diablo is I like the story. Can't stand the game otherwise.
That's about where I'm at with it.
The story is always like that Doom. Those kinds of stories always like threw me in. Like, oh, but then when I'm playing the game, I was like, man, can I just get to the end? Like, I just want to know what's going on. Is it?
No, that's one of the things that I was saying with like the way games should progress now. Like, one of the big things, like what they're changing in the season. So like the previous season before the season that we're, so what is the next season's coming out is what, season 8, and so we're in season 7, and the previous season was season 6. Season 6, everyone's like, dude, it's just too slow, takes forever to level up. So they fix it. Season 7 is like, okay, sweet, I can level up really fast, I can get into the end game more quickly. And they're like, oh, that's too fast, so we're gonna slow it down again. It's just like, what are you doing? Like, that make no sense. Like, especially in a game that's like, we're racing to get to the cap as fast as possible. I was like, what are you doing? Just let us get to the cap. Like, that's where we want to do all our farming anyways. So, Twitch views. So Dash was talking about something very specific, and this was touching on what we were talking about last weekend with Assassin's Creed Shadow. And I'm not talking about the shadow that's sitting on top of Dash right now. A lot of people have been bagging on Twitch, or not Twitch. They've been bagging on Assassin's Creed Shadow, saying it's not a very good game because there's not a lot of views on it, apparently, or some shit like that. Dash, you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I'm not going to get into specifics on some of the streamers that were talking about it, but when people were asking, like, what do they think about the game, they immediately went, well, if you look at the Twitch views for this game, and it's not doing very good, but yet, like, if you were to go to, like, another game that's, like, highly acclaimed, it's like the same kind of views, the same kind of, like, either the same kind of views or lesser than what is going out for Shadows. And I'm like, okay, this is equivalent to like what we were talking about with movies, where critics will bash it versus anything else. And it's like, I can't really look at a Twitch streamer for advice on like games, because a lot of my friends that played Shadows, they love the game. I don't see myself playing it, but it's just it's like, why are you holding it to that standard of like Twitch views? I mean, hang
on, Hammer just sent me something. I want to see this. Hammer said no more Diablo. He just Thanos snapped it. All right, so that game doesn't exist anymore. What were we talking about?
If you read the bottom, it says I'm inevitable. That's what I'm saying. Diablo coming to the podcast, it's always inevitable.
True.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going past it. We're going past that.
I know. I was sitting there just waiting. I was making it while I was waiting.
But
Anyway,
what Dash was talking about is something that I actually kind of want to touch on too. And so people are like, "Oh, basically Twitch views don't equate to my statement is, Twitch views don't equate to how good a game is." And I was telling Dash, I was like, even just like an actual review on a game, like, what is it? Barbie's fucking Pony Funhouse something where you groom fucking horses. It can have the best reviews in the fucking world. That doesn't mean it's the game for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You take everything with a grain of salt, and I think a lot of people take way too much just like at face value when they don't need to. And there are things people should take at face value and not read into. And this is not one of those cases. This is or is it? I don't know. Maybe I just confused myself. Somebody else take over.
I know I can tell you what would stop me from playing Assassin's Creed Shadow Legion or where the fuck this one's called. It's made by Ubisoft. It's the same game as Valhalla. Guess what? Valhalla's the same game as Odyssey. It's just reskinned.
Hammer
Anyways,
obviously
okay.
feels very emotional about it.
Well, that's how all the Assassin's Creeds are, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I would play the first one, to be honest.
The first one, when it felt more open world than the other Assassin's Creeds. As weird as that sounds, it felt more open world, more engulfing. But like with me, I get what they're doing with trying to go to different like time frames. But like I was saying before,
apologize, chat.
I'm still done with Assassin's Creed after the whole Desmond trilogy. Like I have played Odyssey. It was I played Valhalla. Kind of liked it, kind of didn't, because it turned into the same old. They implemented more of a grindiness to it, like got to get the best gear. This is how you get it, kind of thing. Even though all the games, like oh, you could get like Altair's armor, you could get this armor. It's like cool, that's cool. But at the same time, it was like they started slowly implementing like for the best sword in the game, you got to go here and look at this chest, or you got to beat this boss to get it. And it was like, oh, okay, you're slowly implementing a grindy aspect to it.
Right.
But I was legit wanting to know like Shadows, how's it doing? And every single Twitch streamer I came across, they said the same thing. And with that, and then people are saying, well, it's because Ubisoft made it, and it's like Ubisoft's trying the best of what they got. I mean, if the backlash was that harsh, they should have just not released the game, but they did anyways.
Yeah,
and the reviews are actually pretty good from what I was like looking at the list that I pulled up. I was kind of surprised that they actually gave it like okay ratings, even though the community, and sadly a lot of the community that is against the game has never played an Assassin's Creed game before. Like I played it from the very beginning. I played from the very first Assassin's Creed all the way up.
I think
there's like one or two games that I didn't play, but like I played them all.
Yeah, that's the other thing that we have to take into consideration too is that as a year passes, we have every year that passes, new sets of gamers are coming in and checking out these games. And what is kind of the standard could lead people to progress backwards to check out the older ones to see where like they come from and whatnot. Some people like me, I for some reason can't do it, can't explain it. I played Diablo 3 first, and I never went back, even though Spoon was like, Diablo 2's better. Diablo 2's better. But or what's another game that I played? I want to use something else besides Diablo.
About that, Spoon is the type of person who the new like Halo 5, for instance, can come out. Oh, this game's garbage. Halo Infinite comes out. Man, I miss Halo 5. It was so much, but like nothing's ever good enough. Like,
oh yeah. Yeah, well, that's a you need to curb your expectations. That's something simple.
Yeah. Or you'll hear, hey, Halo Reach Peak. That's the best game ever made in Halo, and there's no other games as good. And I'm like, dude, Halo 2 was a masterpiece. Halo 1 was great. Like, what the fuck? Are you
ODST was really good too.
ODST was real good. Yeah.
Yeah, ODST. Yeah.
Reach for the multiplayer.
I actually like ODST more than I like Reach.
I mean, I'll give you a fair enough on that. I'll give you a fair enough. I really like the Reach multiplayer.
I didn't care about multiplayer because I didn't play against other human beings. That wasn't landline, so 2016. So
yeah, no, I understand.
But then it comes back to that whole aspect of the games too. Like Assassin's Creed has a play style already set in motion of what the game is like. Like me, I like shooters. I like first person shooters. I like survival games. I like the Assassin's Creed, the first games and stuff like that. My whole repertoire of games is very vast when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll help my son with Roblox. Just sit there and play Roblox with him. Mm-hmm. And it's Assassin's Creed has its play style. If you like FPS shooters, you are not going to like Assassin's Creed style games.
Oh yeah.
That's point in fact. Like I see people are like, well, I played the game because I heard the hype. Well, like people with Fallout 76, when they first bought it, they bought it because it was multiplayer. Oh, I could PvP. Oh, I'm gonna do what they did in Division. And when they played it, they couldn't, and they were like, yeah, "This game is garbage."
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah. I
like,
think.
like, wait a minute, like you can't Call of Duty in Fallout 76. It's not gonna happen.
True. You know, you're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that. Yeah, no, curbing expectations is always definitely for the best. Like you got to give.
I fall in the category of when you're talking about this game might be great, it might be good, but I just won't invest any time or money into it because it's Ubisoft. Like to me, the only game for Ubisoft that's worth playing is Rainbow Six Siege.
I did see
And
that.
even then, I don't play it that often.
I did see it's not in the notes, but we can't talk about it. Apparently the new Rainbow Six Siege X or something like that.
I have no idea.
I just saw a trailer. I saw a trailer about it. Somebody pull it up. But yeah, I saw something about the new Rainbow Six.
See, the problem with Rainbow Six for me is if you haven't played it, it's a game where you need a team, you need to communicate because solo queuing will only get you so far.
Oh yeah.
And
solo queuing.
It's Rainbow Six Siege X update brings massive changes to the shooter, including making it free to play.
Oh, so it's just for Rainbow Six Siege. It's the X update for it.
that game will we'll get a new Rainbow Six Siege right after we get a new Fallout 5.
You're not
Pretty
wrong.
much.
You're kind of
The
spitting.
roadmap.
You're kind of spitting.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Siege has been out since like 2016.
Yeah, it's been out for quite a while, dude. You know what? What I can't remember if it was Rainbow Six. No, it wasn't Rainbow Six. No, it was Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. You remember when they originally showed it for the Kinect and you could pull apart the gun and then change out all the parts and whatnot, and then you could use like the
That's
Kinect
cool.
to use it. Does anybody?
I used to do that all the time.
You know,
You could do it in the firing range, but you couldn't do it anywhere else. Like you couldn't go into like the active game like mission and use the Kinect that way. I mean, you could use it in the gunsmith area, but you couldn't use it like. I was like, oh, dude, like I set it all up. I'm like, all right, and then the Kinect wouldn't work, and I'm like,
right,
what's going on? So I had to grab the controller, and I was like, okay, that's kind of bunk. It was their way of trying to implement that into it, but like Advanced Warfighter, that's a good game.
Dude, I wish they would like. Can we see some more innovative stuff like that? Come on, like Joy-Cons. I mean, like the gyro motions and shit like that. Why can't we see more innovative shit like that? Like, I feel like they should be done. Because
I do like the direction that Ubisoft is going now. I mean, given the fact that they got a big investment with Tencent, that they are splitting the load of games, so to speak.
Right. Well, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Well, like how Ubisoft is going to be taking priority in Division and Ghost Recon. Because I started getting back into Ghost Recon on PC, and I forgot how awesome those games are. I mean, as old as they are, they're actually really still fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And how the subsidiary company is going to be taking over the Assassin's Creed and the Rainbow Six Siege helm. Like,
go ahead. Sorry, I
was just thinking about it. Like, I like that they did that so that they could, they got too much stuff on their plate, and they can't make everybody happy.
Well, I think the bigger issue there is just like some of the bad decisions that they've made with them scrapping Heartland, which was highly anticipated and people were really wanting that. Like, just because they scrapped that and they're adding more content to Division 2, it doesn't make up for what they did and the progresses that they already made. People needed something new. Division 2 came out in 2018.
I think so.
Like 2018, 2019-ish. Dude, like, give us the new game already. And a lot of the issues that stemmed in Division 2 from the beginning, like, let's talk about it. Like, imagine copy and pasting your game, but not keeping a lot of the same mechanics that people loved, because people didn't like it apparently, and then releasing the game, nobody likes it, so then you copy and paste and go back to what you had originally done before. Now it's just a shittier version of what they had done before that people supposedly didn't like. And I'm specifically talking about gear sets. Like, they're like, we don't want to do gear sets in Division 2. Diablo didn't want to do gear sets no more. And like, and I'm only using it for the gear set comparison, so I apologize, Hammer. But specifically, like, gear sets could have been a great thing, and I think they were awesome, and they were implemented well within the first division. They could have carried it over, but since it wasn't a priority, now what we have is very lackluster. And I mean, you've played the last couple seasons of Division 2. Have any of the new gear sets been groundbreaking?
No, it's just adding a variety of what you could do.
Have they pushed the envelope in any way, shape, or form?
No. If anything, they
even with the new gear set.
Remember, it's like this. Div 1 had almost, it seemed like a never-ending library.
They had 12 gear sets. They had 12.
Well, they had 12 gear sets, but I'm talking about like even the gear, the high-end gear that came with like different talents and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like there was a never-ending possibility of what you could run. I mean, you could copy and paste for somebody else, but at the same time, everything was it was different. Everything was different.
Well,
it felt like every time an exotic would drop, it's like, oh, I never had this one before. Like, what is this?
Everything was viable in the first division. In Division 2, like, not everything is viable at all. I mean, even if I was to jump in right now and start running the new season, if I wanted to test out one of the new gear sets, would it be more optimal to run the 4-piece with the chest piece and the backpack? Or do I need to run either Ninja Bike, Memento, and a Picaro's holster? And I mean, you're telling me people...
It's all about like what people like to do. But like what I was getting at is that Div 1's table was vast.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it just seems like Division 2 is just trying to catch up to what Div 1 had.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're kind of late to that party. So they have a DLC coming out, I think next month or a month after, on their anniversary for the game. So we'll wait and see what that has to offer, so to speak. But like this whole split that they did with their subsidiary, it kind of grounded the notion that a Div 3 is coming out that most likely will be crossplay. And for them keeping like Ghost Recon in their loop, it's like, are we going to have another Ghost Recon? Is it going to be better than Breakpoint? Is it going to be more like Wildlands? Because that's what a lot of people liked, was Wildlands over Breakpoint.
I mean, I did like me some Breakpoint. I played the shit out of that.
And Breakpoint is actually a fun game too. Like, but like when it comes to like the map size versus Breakpoint versus Wildlands was just ridiculous.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I still think that they just like copy and pasting. If you're gonna copy and paste it, and it's not only just copy and paste, but like giving the fans what they want, but innovating on what is there and what is good. Like, we need that better innovation. Like, gear sets were a great thing, and they even like Div 1, you ran 4-piece gear sets, and then they added 6-piece gear sets. They took what they had and innovated on it. Division 2 was like no gear sets. Then they added a couple gear sets. The gear sets were mediocre at fucking best, or a walking joke. Then they optimized gear sets. Then they added talents to the backpack and to the chest piece, so you could run a full 6-piece, but it's still not optimal. And then even right now, because of what they did with like Memento, Ninja Bike, and Picaro's holster, like, if I feel that if you're not running Memento and Picaro or Ninja Bike and Picaro, you're still suboptimal, because it's extra, like, you're leaving so much off the table. I could see why somebody would want to do it. I just don't think it's efficient. Like, technically speaking, the math does math, and 1 + 1 still equals 2, and 2 + 2 does not equal 5.
The chameleon.
My thing is,
yes, the chameleon. Yes, bring it up, Hammer. Bring it up.
That's about the only gunner. That's the only thing I remember about Div 2, to be honest. That's the best gun.
Yep.
True Patriot.
My thing is, you know what game they should bring back?
I don't know about that. That's you're walking on thin ice there, bud. Because they keep bringing stuff back, and it's just not good.
Splinter Cell.
I was
Okay.
thinking Donkey Kong 64. I want a modern day version of that.
We're not getting a new Donkey Kong. Dylan's been fucking pleading about that for fucking years now. Maybe it'll be on the Switch too. Maybe it'll be on the Switch too.
Because Splinter Cell was like its own thing.
Yeah, they did really good with that franchise. That franchise was really awesome. I mean, they did a lot of like groundbreaking stuff with it. And then you had like even spin-off games like Max Payne was basically just a college, like what was it, Max Payne, and there was another one that were really, really close to basically just a Grand Theft Auto. Even the Scarface game, dude, was like
Are you talking about True Crimes, Streets of
Yeah.
LA, and all that?
Yeah. True Crime. That's what I'm talking about. What are you gonna say, Hammer?
I said you're talking about Simpsons Hit and Run. Let's
Oh.
go, baby.
Dude, yeah.
That
Isn't it-
too, yeah.
Dude, what would be awesome? You know what I think we could really use now, especially if you're gonna do a single player game and you're gonna bring something back, do something that is really catering to the fans. Who here would object to a new Ratchet and Clank and a new Jack and Daxter?
Nope.
Yeah, I
No
was gonna
objection.
be a dickhead and say me, but I really want a new Ratchet and Clank. So
I have never played the games.
Oh my god.
that's okay.
I'm about to kick him from the stream.
Oh,
Keep
well, that's
going on,
uncalled
Dylan,
for.
man.
You never played so you never played Jack and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank?
I never played Jack and Daxter either.
No.
Shadow, you played both, right?
Not the whatever one, the Baxter Daxter thing.
You never played Jack.
The Bastard Dastard.
Okay, so
Yeah,
both
the Bastard
both-
Jackster, Joyster, Doobie Dop.
With the boomerangs.
both of them they were both made by Naughty Dog and essentially the same game, and pretty much the same art style for the most part, just different storylines and how they progress through the game. Jack and Daxter 2 is just like an iconic symbol. I know a lot of people didn't like Jack and Daxter 3 because they took his dark power and gave him a light side to it too, which I thought it was great. I thought they did really well with it. But Ratchet and Clank, like, you get to the end of it and then you could redo it, but in a harder mode, and you got to keep all your shit. So many games do that, but they take all your stuff away. Like, no, make it harder. Let me keep all my stuff, and I'll rerun it. All the upgrades that I've been investing into the weapons and whatnot, I'll restart the campaign and get some rewards out of it and get it wasn't really loot drops or anything like that, but yeah, no. Ratchet and Clank, I feel like they could hit a home run on that. What is it? The beastly weapon, which was the Rhino, which was Rip You a new one? The Rhino. Yeah. But I mean, like, they could do something like that. I think that as a standalone game would be fun, and I would be okay with that not being multiplayer. But in the day and age where multiplayer like reigns supreme, like
Ratchet and Clank did have multiplayer, by the way. I never got to play it, but
how many games have dropped recently, and in less than a month they've been scrapped, shut down, or just they're being gutted? And I know there's what is it, X Defiance up on the chopping block next right now, right? And that was supposed to be the COD killer, and it played better than COD, and it had great reviews. Why is it getting shut down?
Oh, they already shut it down, I think.
Yeah,
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
shut down.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Stop making everything a tax write-off. There's step number one. Let's not, like, we had so many, like, I don't know about video games, but movies, like there's the Acme Roadrunner versus Coyote movie, whatever that everyone was super pumped for. Oh no, that didn't come out. They just wrote it off as a tax expense.
I didn't even know that there was a
Yeah, me either.
a movie coming out. It's news to me.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, surprise.
We won't
like
talk about the Borderlands movie and how they fucked that pooch.
I didn't get a chance to see it. I did want to try to give it a chance. I mean, the same thing with like Minecraft when it comes out. I kind of want to give it a chance.
I'm gonna go watch it. Fuck it.
But it's one of those things where like I was talking to one of my buddies about it, and I was like, to me, like, because we were talking about the Fallout series, and I was showing him clips, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna have to watch it because this looks really good." And I was like, to me, the reason why the new Super Mario game did so well is because they kept it
The new
close
Sup-
to the to the game, the look,
The new
the
Super
feel,
Mario game.
the Super Mario movie.
Oh, dude, like when I first heard about the movie, and I was watching United Gamer and whatnot, and they were talking about it, and then I had seen a small snippet of it, and I was like, no, don't do it, please don't ruin this, please don't ruin this. And then I had seen the trailers, and I was like, okay, they better kill it, and they killed it. Oh my god, that movie was amazing. Everything was a reference and a nod to everything. Like even when they knock Bowser up in the air, like they grab his tail, spin him around, and throw him. That's iconic to the original 64 Mario, where you grab his tail and throw
Like
him.
that. What did you about Sonic?
The Sonic movies were good too. Those are good. I did get we do own the third one, and I'm ready.
So
for the
that's
next
why,
one.
like with Minecraft coming out, I want to give it a shot.
That one's gonna be good. That one's gonna be good. I want the boys to see that because they do love some Minecraft. So,
But yeah,
dude. Okay, so the next note says shut the doors. Everybody make sure your doors are shut because hey, Dash is gonna be kidnapping us all here in a second. You want
Can't
to
kidnap the willing.
True,
That's
you
all
do
I'm
be
saying.
willing. You do be willing.
Yep. A little less willing since now I have some sort of affection outside of that, but hey. Dash wouldn't lead me astray.
No, but he is gonna ignore us and not go on this subject that he's supposed to be talking about at this point in time.
what?
Shut the doors. Did you forget already?
I already forgot.
The pastor?
Oh, that faster that shut the doors.
I believe Shadow can still hear us, so go on. Do it. Just do it.
Well, it's all over TikTok, and that's what it kind of reminds me of. What's going on with a lot of like gaming recently, where it's like companies are making games, throwing them out there, and seeing what sticks. And I think I used that in reference. I was like, shut the doors, shut the doors.
Right.
We got so many people here watching us today, like, but with that aspect, it's like, I still think a lot of these big gaming companies, they should just start. I mean, like, okay, like how when you guys brought up Rainbow Six Siege,
Mhm.
how that's going to be
Free to play.
free to play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still arguing that a lot of these big companies, they need to really look at that and look at that formula of free to play.
Free to play. Free to play sounds good, but here's the moniker that gets everybody with free to play. So if you tell me, hey, thank you. The second I hear free to play, I hear okay, microtransactions. It's going to be microtransaction after microtransaction and microtransaction. Destiny 2 is technically it is a free to play game, but like even just owning the game, I get so many ads about buying all this fucking shit that's just not fucking needed. And at the end of the day, like everything should just be earnable in game. Like Call of Duty is in a here you want to know why Call of Duty's in a bad spot right now? Because it's literally fucking pay to win. Okay. For all the COD fucking fanboys out there, and I'm gonna be streaming some COD tomorrow, probably at some point, because COD do be fun, and I do love me some COD. But one of the weapons I got, it's a weapon skin with tracers. Any weapon that has tracers on it, dude, it does more damage. I'm just gonna say that. This is what it is. I got this SMG with a 50 round mag. If I ran that SMG normally, it would not do that much damage, and I just fucking destroy people. And the fact that you can go into the shop and buy a weapon like that, it's just like stupid. And a lot of stuff you can earn through the battle pass if you pay for it. And I mean, I do like the marketing of like, if you buy a battle pass, then within it you can earn the same amount of currency, so that way when next season drops, you can buy the battle pass. That's good. That's not super bad, but microtransactions, like it's just too many. It's just so absurd. Like I don't mind like having a couple extra things if somebody wants to buy it. Cool, that's fine. But I don't think
Well, I mean,
anything.
like,
I don't think anything's gonna hold a candlelight to what Warframe's doing. Warframe is gotta be the top free-to-play game. And I'm gonna say that specifically on the notion of they are a better game developer and they do it for the fans. They listen to the fans. They still every week they hold a thing where they have the actual CEO and directors talking to chat and going over what's coming in the game. One dude accidentally spent $20,000 on paint skins for weapons. When the developers found out what had happened, they refunded the money to him and locked it down so that wouldn't happen again. What other game developer would do that?
I tell you, it won't be Ubisoft. I promise you that.
I
It won't be Ubisoft. They need that money. They're
it wouldn't be Bungie. Bungie ain't doing that. Activision?
Hell no, it
Nah.
wouldn't be.
Would Bethesda do that?
No. Maybe.
Hell no.
I think the closest one I think of is the one who does like Elden Rings, because they seem to care about their fucking fans as well.
Yeah. The developers of Elden Ring. I can see. Yeah. But they don't even have. Do they have microtransactions in their game? I don't think they do.
I don't think so. It's on my head.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I played it.
Yeah. But I don't like unless they're striving for that level and working with the community as well, because like everybody's too busy trying to save face right now, and everybody like I was it when we were talking about the dude who did Baldur's Gate, dude. I think he had a major point, dude. Like they should like a company should be ran like a pirate ship. If the boss fucks up, throw him over the ship, dude. Period. End of story. There's no point in firing people that had no like
No reason. It wasn't their fault for it happening.
yeah. What's even worse is like with what Bungie did, and the fact that they fired people and they were telling them not to do that, and the higher ups were like, push it anyway, dude. Like that's so shady. That's crazy how shit like everything's a money grab now, and it kind of sucks, dude. And everybody's just kind of paying the price for it. And then we roll into this position where like Hammer, I agree with him, like Pokemon and Game Freak, they like pushing the envelope more. Granted, I do like what they're doing and they are innovating on stuff that they have been doing, but I do think we could use a little bit more, because why can't we have some voice actors? At least some voice actors in a Pokemon game. You know what I'm saying? Can we get some voice acting? Especially with how much dialogue there is.
Hey, I'll even do it. I'll even become a voice actor just for that.
Dude, I'll do it.
I would
Sign me up.
I'd pay a pretty penny. I don't know how much. Probably quite a bit. If I could buy a Pokemon game that's like Gen 1 through whatever 7 or 8 or whatever, but it's all back to like kind of. Have you ever heard of like Octopath Traveler? Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Pixel that like that. And just you could play through. One day you could play all through Kanto, then all through Johto / Kanto, then Hoenn, like just with all the art style. That art style. I'd pay a pretty penny for a remake of that.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
But they won't do it, which makes no sense because that's literally just printing money.
No, I think they are getting to that point with the games and what they're doing, especially with
sprites.
What is that?
I miss sprites.
I feel you. No, but I feel like they are getting to that, and I feel like Violet and Scarlet kind of touch on that with being able to try, like Violet. At first, when I was playing it, I was like, "Oh, this is a great game. It is beautiful. It does not run the best." But once me and Shadow started playing it multiplayer, I see what they did, and I was just like, "Oh, this is the way a Pokemon game should be." I see what they did here now, and getting to experience that firsthand. Like I can be like, "All right, Shadow, I gotta go run over here and hit this raid real quick. You can sit here and continue doing what you're doing. We'll go run the raid, and when the raid ends, Shadow's right back where he was, continuing to do whatever he was working on. He has to go fight this specific boss so he can do his Elite Four. Like just the freedom to be able to do all that." All right, give me 2.5. Entertain the chat. Be right back.
I'm entertaining the chat. There's a dog in the chat, huh, Oni? Yeah.
There's a dog and
She said, "Give me your love and affections." That's what she said. She says, "Love me now." Ho. Huh. Yeah, you said, "Love me now."
Finally, he's gone though. Like now we can actually have a conversation, guys. Woo! But yeah, Yeah, I'm not a big Div 2 fan, like I guess, but yeah, that's why I view Siege as the crown jewel for like Ubisoft's games. Personally,
I played when it comes to Rainbow Six, I played the original Rainbow Six games before graphics cards and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say the first time I played was on PlayStation 1.
Yep.
Like those are the games I played, and then like Rainbow Six Las Vegas on Xbox.
Or the last one that I played before. I think I played Siege like for a couple matches, and that was it.
I can tell you, at least somebody who's played Siege more recently than you guys, if you're the thing I hate about Siege, it's probably got the same problem with like League of Legends or any of those games that's been out for a while. If
Mhm.
you're a newbie coming into that game, you're about to get wrecked. Just say like that game is a game that's been out for a long time.
Everyone has all the shit, and
yeah,
you be starting out new,
knows
and you
what
got nothing.
everything is, where the map layout is. Yeah.
It's okay. I be playing Ark, some Minecraft, a little bit of Pokemon. About it.
Recently I've just been playing Radical Red. So before we started doing that, I was just playing a lot of Crackdown 3, just because it's something easy. You just turn your mind off and blow shit up. Yeah, the last time I actually got fully invested in a game is when we were playing Ark again, but it's been a minute since we've done that.
Yeah, I'm thinking at some point here soon we'll unlock or re-get the server working again or something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That just turned out to be me playing by myself most time, anyways. After the first few streams of it, this is me going on farming up material, leaving.
Oh damn it!
You guys are going stream.
Damn it! I was almost happy. My wife ordered me. She ordered boba tea, but I just get peach and black tea. But she got boba in it, so no, I'm not happy.
Well, how about just eat it because it's good for you. It makes it the best.
Actually,
I
tapioca trees are poisonous. If you didn't know.
Don't care. It hasn't killed me yet.
I don't like things in my drinks.
Your drink is a thing, and there's things in it.
You're telling me that you don't like to swallow balls?
No.
That's a lie. That's a lie from the pit of hell.
You have no fucking proof. First of all, you're accusing me.
I got pictures and video.
Oh, please drop them in the chat right now. Actually, put on the stream right now. Pussy no
balls. He said full screen it now.
Full screen it now.
Balls. Okay. Balls. Let's see.
Full screen that shit. I'll own it. Then we can start funneling people to my OF with my feet.
All right. Now that's taking a wrong turn.
What, you're sitting here saying that's the wrong turn? You're like, oh, you gargle balls. Me talk about feet.
I didn't even say gargle balls. Turn. I just said you like balls in your mouth, okay? You're over here talking about what you do with them, and you're saying that it didn't happen, but you're over here talking about how you gargle them. Like, are you serious, bro? Way to put yourself on blast.
What you're just like any other. You're literally a woman. You won't let anyone get a word in edgewise, and you go like, "I won the argument."
No,
yeah, no comeback. Wow. Like a bitch.
Wow, you want to go, Hammer? Do you need a hug? I'm
fired up.
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe I should go see. Maybe hang on. Let me see if I can get the surprise.
I've survived 2 near-death experiences in 2 weeks. I don't give a fuck.
Just bring it on, damn it.
Bring it, brother. So while this is happening, I'm watching Joe Dirt. And it was at that part. It's at that part where he goes, "I need the bus tour records, or else I'm gonna hit this rocket." And when he gets it, and when he hits it, it's poo. He's
it's all full of poo. I got the poo on me.
I like to call myself Joe Dirte. You know, gonna make it a little fancy.
I made a reference to Joe Dirt at work this past week. This kid, he had this like big old mole. I'm like, hey, just give it a little bit more time. Be looking like Joe Dirt.
Gosh.
Everyone started laughing. Because
At
that's
work, we
the
always
haircut
quote,
right now.
Quote Joe Dirt with, "I don't like your attitude. I like your tone. You talk to my guy wrong."
Hey, do it again. I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
Yeah, we say that all the time at work.
I don't know. It's weird with
What?
how like Once Human is free to play, but like the only microtransactions in the game is like for the the underline of the battle pass, and everything in the battle pass is stuff that I could craft or like cosmetics.
All right.
And then everything else is cosmetics.
I was seeing if the wife was gonna come in and do the bit. She's not gonna do the bit. I'm sad now.
Good woman.
What do
Anyways,
you mean you're sad now? You were already sad before because there's boba in your tea.
It's a little sad.
speaking of games like that, by the way, Ash. First Descendant, I'm so glad it just like crashed and failed. They couldn't rely on butt jiggle physics to keep the game going.
Dude, let's actually, should we do it? Dude, should I full send?
Sure.
Give me the word.
Sure.
Say the word.
Bird.
Bird is the word. Dude, why not just like actually just put sex in the game, bro? Like just make that'll sell. That'll innovate.
You don't remember that game? Thief.
Yeah.
Yo, I played that game.
There's one of the first levels, you're sneaking around a place where like a working girl's work, and you're like trying to find your target, and then when you look in the rooms, there's literally a couple there just
Well, that's that. Okay, so first of all, that's equivalent to like the God of War. At the beginning, you'd have those little sex scenes, and the little statue would fall over. You'd mash the buttons and whatnot.
Well,
that doesn't
they're
count.
off screen though, right? They're off screen though, right? When it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thief, it's not like off screen. It's like right there. Like if you were streaming that game, you gotta be careful on that scene because it's like right there.
Well, no, but that's not what I'm talking about. Like, but that's just a scene, okay? As Hammer was putting it, if First Descendant, if you could smash the bunny, I bet a lot more people would be still playing the game. Tell me I'm wrong. Let me know when I'm wrong here.
Well, no, sex sells.
Exactly. Innovate. And wow, that just got really awkwardly quiet. I felt like I heard a symphony of buttholes clenching right there.
Now you would have heard me burping,
I've just been thinking about games. I just been thinking about games in general. How they're all like basically the formulas are basically all the same. I mean, even like Elden Ring, you go for like better stats, better weapons, better builds. Everything is based on like a build mechanic now.
And yes and no. Hammer was gonna say something. I want to hear what Hammer was gonna say, and then I'll elaborate on what you were saying, Dash. What were you gonna say, Hammer?
Yeah, I was wondering if you're hitting those buttholes clench, what are you actually listening to your headphones in? Definitely not this podcast.
Definitely not this podcast.
Definitely not this podcast.
Definitely not this podcast. No, so yeah, no, the formula is pretty much what was I gonna say? Yeah, the formula is literally the same. Like there's no difference. That's why a lot like X Defiant is literally a COD knockoff. It's just not COD. It doesn't have the stamp of approval.
Speaking of which, I see multiplayer maybe running some rank of what? What multiplayer are we running?
For Black Ops 6, if we can get everybody on board, I'm close to having ranked unlocked. If you guys want to do that, I'd be up to run some tourneys too. I think we got a team here. This is what we were talking about last podcast. Is that we have a decent enough team that I think we could pull it off.
I mean, I do get good on occasion.
I would like to see us in some matches because I think we could fuck some shit up.
I'm ready to carry this team from the bottom.
Dude, you will carry this team so hard.
My back
Dash
hurts already.
Dash be having me fucking rolling while we're fucking playing. We played a couple
I was
matches
gonna be
last night.
breaking my fucking back with his fat fucking ass. I'll sit on
True,
top with all the kills.
true. I'm gonna be grinding hard.
Now I 0.5 KD. About to look good.
Dash was doing just like some stupid. What were you doing that had me rolling yesterday? You were doing something
That's probably
stupid.
the 3.5 KD. What are you talking about?
I forgot. Like they were trying to do the knee break thing on me, and I was just killing them. They're all, oh, he's sliding. He's like they would slide at me, but like I'm on mouse and key, so it's like they never left my scope, and I would just kill them, and then while in their mid slide, and they would like slide and like. It was like watching somebody slide towards home, but like they got their foot caught, and they were just like,
and just tumble.
Yeah. And they kept
shit and
it
fall.
was the same guy kept trying to do that to me over and over again, and it was like, dude, it's not gonna work.
Oh, what was
Like-
it? The first match we played, they got so mad that halfway through the match, 4 people pulled out melee weapons, and that's all they were doing is running around meleeing because they couldn't gun battle us, and we just kept fucking deleting them. It was hilarious. They were so mad. Oh,
Well, then that one match, we were both sniping, and they spawn flipped, and I kept killing them. And you were like, they don't see you. I was like, they see me, but they can't get close. And then the whole team just rushed me and threw grenades on me.
well, dude, at one point you ran out of ammo. You're like, I'm out of ammo. How do I do the thing? And I go running over. I'm like, here's ammo. I throw a box down. I'm like, here you go. So anytime I get a field upgrade, I'm like, dash ammo on the ground. Here you go.
Yeah,
Let's keep
it's
feeding
just
them
the
ammo.
game is so much different with mouse and key.
Oh yeah,
Like-
I feel that. I wish I could get it to play on my fucking PC, dude. I would love to play mouse and key, but the fact that I still get in there with a controller on Xbox and still just massacre people on mouse and key is hilarious.
So basically, you're saying I might get good if I played on the keyboard.
Yeah, Dash is fucking deleting motherfuckers.
I just changed one thing because like I didn't really go into it like with like the movements. So like the slide, I made it to like one of my side mouse buttons,
Just make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
and so like when I'm running, I'll slide everywhere, or like I'll dive everywhere, and it's just like the recoil is almost like non-existent with mouse and key.
Yeah,
because it's so
really
easy to
not. It's
control.
nothing.
Like it's funny, like I was playing that, and then like I'll play like Dead Space 2 on the Xbox, and I'm sitting there with the controller, and I'm like trying to shoot the alien's legs. Yeah, that's not happening.
Oh, you got to turn that
Like,
sensitivity up. Like,
I'm like, no, like hit the legs, and I'm shooting like between his legs, on the outside of his legs, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm garbage on controller now.
what's the average DPI setting that most people run on mouse?
I don't even know.
I don't know. My mouse DPI is I think it's at 4200 right now. I might need to actually turn it down for that. My shit's ridiculously high.
One simple mouse and keyboard bind that they don't want you to know about. There you go. There's our video title.
Wait, what?
Fuck, Mike. I was trying to think of. Hold on, I gotta think of it. What do they call that shit again?
Yeah, so like what most people usually opt for is between 8 and 1600. guess what DPI setting I'm running on my mouse?
Hold up.
Because when I click my DPI button, I got a couple different settings. I wish I could fine tune it just a
Yeah,
little.
mine's
bit more.
at 4000 right now.
I'm at 3200.
Where are you guys looking at this at?
So, well, on my mouse button, this new mouse that I got, I click the DPI button, and when it pops up, it tells me which one I'm on. So,
So I have the GeForce, the G502 Hero, and I just open up the G Hub, and I can go and I can change it, and it tells me what it currently is at right now.
go to about 32. You'd probably be good there, but that's about where I'm sitting. Because like even in like first person shooters with controller, I turn the sensitivity to the fucking max, dude. Like I was always on insane. No matter what game
All
it
right,
was, Call of Duty or
I'll
whatever.
be right back.
But yeah, Hammer, I'd like to do some ranked with the boys, dude. I feel like that'd be fun, and then trying to see about maybe getting some tourneys in. You know what I'm saying? Sweet, could not agree with you more, Cotton.
He said he meant to say damn straight he's with it. 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I can't wait to get killed every 2 seconds and either someone's headshot me from across the map or someone who I saw first, but then they turn around and shot me because their gun is now slightly stronger than me. Even though I had the jump. But my gun's not strong enough to kill them when I have the jump.
Yep. Well, we'll have to get to the point where we're running in hardcore. What the fuck is this? Territorial Revelation. Listen, motherfucker, you forgot to remove the space. But what I'm not going to forget to do is fucking ban your ass. Get banned. Fucking dumbass.
What did it say? I was paying attention.
You want to buy viewers? Remove the space?
Yeah,
What-
from
if that's what
Streamboo. Is it from Streamboo?
Probably Streamboo again.
Yeah, it is Streamboo. Yep.
What's the new one you got recently? You got a new one, didn't you?
No, there's 2 new ones. No, it's something that starts with an N. I've gotten like 2 new ones.
It's hilarious.
There's like fucking 2 new ones.
So luckily, what is it? Shadow hooked up Dash with his Crunchyroll, so Dash is gonna work on getting caught up on some of the animes that we're tuning into right now. I'm all completely caught up on ReZero.
Damn, son. You're actually probably ahead of me then because the dub's not fully through.
I'm 2 episodes ahead of you. Dude, ReZero, that one's if you like if you like a mind fuck, dude, ReZero is pretty good.
It's so good.
What was that
You
movie?
were a little iffy at first episode or 2. You're like, God, I don't know if this is for me, and I'm like, keep going.
I know. I was hooked. I was like, I don't know, because like some of the animation that they did was weird. Like for like the beginning, because like when he would stand next to Amelia, like her animation was different. Like the 3D animation it was awkward to me because I hate some of like the newer 3D animation that they do in animes. It looks not good. I don't know why. It's weird to me. But I was like, dude, this is rough, dude. Like. That was rough, dude. She like fucking split his stomach open and she's over there playing with his guts as he's lying there dying on the floor. I was like, dude, that's hardcore.
Maybe he should have got good. That's all I gotta say.
He does.
Don't worry, he does.
Kind of.
Yeah. And if Dash is trying to talk, you're muted still. Just give you a heads up.
Yeah, I accidentally pressed the wrong thing. I'm trying to figure out.
I thought I saw you talking, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna let him know.
I can't even find my DPI settings because it's just a bar. This is slow to fast.
Gotcha. Hey, if you want another kind of a kind of sussy anime, I'm telling you, either Domestic Girlfriend or Trinity 7 will be your things. If you want a dumpster fire right now, you'd be like, man, what kind of slop am I watching? Domestic Girlfriend. If you want something that's gonna make you giggle, Trinity 7.
Okay. I'll definitely have to check those out. Domestic Girlfriend, Trinity 7. Those are the main ones I heard.
Yeah.
Dude, season finale of Solo Leveling. Oh my god. So if you remember last time we were talking about a Hammer, I was like, dude, they threw a cliffhanger on the episode before, and I was like, they could fuck it up. And if they fuck it up, I'm gonna be really mad. Not only did they not fuck it up, but they're like, here, we're going to push the gas pedal down even farther. I was like, oh, you motherfuckers. I need the new season already. I need the new season.
It'll be like, a year before we get that.
They said about 5 to 6 months, because what they do is they get 20 episodes and then, and that takes about 5 to 6 months. And then they start releasing them one after another. So all the last season's all done, so they've been working on it. So hopefully they get it done pretty quickly. I don't want to have to wait another year, but that's gonna be crazy.
Hopefully.
I'm excited. I'm super excited.
I'll watch it all tomorrow.
Do it. I'm gonna try and
Catch up on those last 3 episodes.
I gotta get the wife caught up, and then her friend might start watching it with us too. So we might just restart the entire series because the wife wanted to do it anyways. Just redo all the solo leveling again, smash
Mhm.
through that, and then I want to try to get them on ReZero. I think they would find that one entertaining. I really enjoyed the fact that the first season of ReZero, every episode is an hour long. Like they're
Yeah.
like
Okay. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, who's your favorite character of the show, though?
Favorite in which way?
Just your like, hey, this is my dude over here. I stand behind this person.
Subaru's a pretty good character. I do like him, but if I had to pick like who's my favorite, Hmm.
Mine's Wilhelm.
I was gonna say the Wilhelm's pretty good. Like the intricacies of the story behind him and his son and his grandson, like that's all really intriguing to me. I do like Reinhard. Reinhard's a little OP, but
He's the real main character in any other fantasy.
yeah, dude, he literally is. And what is it? Even like the interaction between him and like what is it? Is it Julius or Julius?
However you want to say it. Fuck
Well,
it.
because in the first half of the season they were calling him Julius, and then he said he was like,
you raised a good question because they've said it both ways.
yeah. At the beginning they're like it's Julius, and then he's like, call me Jules, and then they're like, oh, it's Julius now, and then he's like, I'll call you Yuli. I was like, what? He's gonna try to whip that one by me, huh? Yeah, a lot of the characters are pretty good. Like they have a good well rounding. One that I'm not particularly fond of Roswell.
Oh yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah, he's definitely not my favorite. You know what? And it's not just for like the character itself, not in any other way. I like Beatrice. Beatrice is hilarious.
Oh, Beatrice, so good.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I suppose she just throws that after like everything she says.
Yeah, I suppose. It's like saying allegedly before everything you say.
Exactly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So that's why like Beatrice, like that character arc's pretty good. It's an interesting one. I'm definitely recommending Shadow. Have you seen ReZero?
No.
After you finish solo leveling, do ReZero.
It's like Logan
Okay.
has taste. It's like Logan gets things right and Logan has taste, but no one ever believes him until somebody else says it. Or they get proven wrong.
No, I believe you have taste. You were telling me about ReZero because I thought I asked you about it.
Yeah, I know. You know what my problem is I can't tell someone about a show and describe it well enough to get someone to watch it. Because without, I just think I'm going to spoil something. So that's my problem. Oh, have you guys watched Hell's Paradise?
Nope.
No.
That's another good fucking one. Oh, can't wait for season 2 of that. It's by my Studio Mappa, the same people who do JJK.
Okay.
It's real good. Really good action-packed one if you're
I know
some action.
I know a lot of people like the Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know how I feel about it.
Pretty good. I like
it's
it.
better than Mid Slayer. I can promise you that.
Isn't the Infinity Castle coming out here soon? The movie?
Yep.
Yeah, and it still
It
won't even
is.
touch JJK.
I believe you. I just the storyline of Demon Slayer I think is at least pretty decent. I enjoy it.
It's so generic.
You're not wrong, but I think the characters help round it out to make it at
But
least
all the
decent.
characters are one note. There's like no depth to any of them.
Yeah. Well, actually, hang on. This actually brings up a good point. And I was gonna make a similarity, so I'm glad you said that. So one of your biggest things that you hate about solo leveling is you're like all the side characters don't even matter, right?
They don't.
Then take Otto from ReZero, who's actually written into the storyline as a non-main character, and I even saw them quoting some stuff like that in their fucking lines about how he's like not even a main character. And I was just like,
Yeah.
imagine like being a side character and written as a side character that's less than a side character. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, Solo Leveling side characters are better than you. That's crazy.
I would disagree with that because Otto does come to his own. They just dance around it at towards the end.
Well, so I'll say this. With where they went with the ending of Solo Leveling, they fleshed out who like a lot of the side characters are going to be now and where they're going with it. So it's going to get really crazy really fast. And the season finale, even though it was an hour, like Shadow was saying to me, I enjoyed it. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, like, oh my god, this is crazy. I felt like they ended it on a really good note.
That they did, and people would be fighting them.
Show. I would throw hands. Anything else anybody wants to talk about?
Yeah.
That's about it. I'm good. I got nothing else.
Dash, got anything?
No. I got to go cook dinner here in a bit.
No worries. Yeah, then let's just call it here. Yeah. Well, thank you everybody who came through, tuned into the podcast. Amber, if you're still here, we love and appreciate you. Make sure to send us wedding invitations when you guys getting married. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'll stop. Shadow.
You don't want the wedding? You're talking about me or him?
I'm talking about me. Shadow.
Okay.
I'll
hey,
leave
don't
it.
worry. You could have made the same joke. I'd be like, well, fine, motherfucker. You won't get one. All right. Hey, Ghost, you, me, we can have a joint wedding. You ever heard double dates? We're gonna have double weddings.
Double weddings. I like it. You guys can both be the best man at the same time as being the groom.
Yes. It's just more. It's more, efficient economically speaking.
You know what? You're not wrong. Dude, he's kind of spitting. You wouldn't even need a shotgun wedding at that point. But that would save some money.
Hey, $20, all right?
Hey, trip to Vegas? Dude, speaking of $20, I am going to be getting $20 here soon. It sounds like we're going to Vegas. If you don't know, wait for the episode to go up. You'll see it. So, but thank you to everybody who came through, tuned to the podcast. We appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. We'll see you guys later this week. Hopefully we'll be doing some streams and whatnot. Links are down below for all these guys here. I'll be working with Hammer this week. We need to get some stuff set up for you. We got to get your Twitch and your YouTube set up. That's what we're going to do. So, yeah, I don't have a schedule yet, so I can't give you a schedule. Shadow, you got a schedule? What days will you be streaming?
For now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. My work schedule may be switching around a little bit. I might get some morning shifts. I don't know yet, so we'll figure that out. But as of now, it still hasn't changed. We are still doing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
All right, sounds good. And Dash, where can we find you?
Over on Twitch, Dash Superior One. No schedule yet. I'm gonna cook dinner and see how I feel. If I do a stream, it might be tomorrow during the day.
Okay.
So we'll see.
All right. Sounds good. Hammer!
Find me on anything that Clown is on. Also on Mixer. When I get set up, I'll be on Mixer. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna say the company they're gonna offer me a $30 contract, and I won't sign.
You know what? Hey, Hammer, what I want you to do is that the $20 you owe me, I want you to take that and I want you to go to an army surplus store. I want you to pick up a couple survival pieces. You may need those for this week coming up to survive your near-death experiences.
Damn wrong, I might. I gotta give me some MREs and shit.
Hey, you can probably find those on the TikTok shop or something.
Dude, snake
there's
bite
somebody
kit.
literally on my TikTok shop promoting MREs.
Yeah, you can buy it. And make sure you get that B box, all right? That B box is where it's at.
Right. So, but we appreciate you.
It's got the goods in it.
Yeah. But we appreciate you guys. You guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye, Felicia's.